Hello, loves. You guys are in for a treat today. If you guys can start interacting with the live, liking it, tapping the screen, letting us know where you're watching from. We're going to be doing some energy realignments today. My private mentor student's going to be hopping on, and she's the one that's going to be doing them. We're going to be channeling the Syrians. So we want to get a good crowd going. And I'm going to be bringing her on live here in just a few minutes. Hi, Debbie. But if you guys can just double tap that screen, share the live out, let us know where you're watching from. There will be a certain criteria in order to be considered to get a reading or an energy realignment. Illinois. Woo woo. So we really want to get this pushed out, because this is going to be, these are going to be free. We're not, these aren't by donation or anything. This is for her. So just kind of get out there, get seen to help people. So we really want to spread the word. Wait for her to show up. So this is going to be great if you feel like you have blocks, if you feel like you need clarity, if you feel like you need an emotional release, if you feel like there's things going on in your energy field that you need to let go of, this is going to be powerful. So this is going to be your opportunity to be considered to get that energetic realignment. And Salime, the private mentor student who is going to be joining us, she was certified by me to do DNA Activation and Restructuring, something that I'm certified in. So that is part of her modality. And she did have to do a certain number of students, and I had to review them to certify her. So I personally have seen her work. I've actually had her work on me and do her technique that she's going to be doing on you guys today. And it is phenomenal. So this is a really awesome opportunity for you guys to get to experience some energy work, and to feel the energy of the Syrians, because they're the ones that we're going to be working with today. And if you're unfamiliar with the Syrians, you can let me know. There she is. All right. Let me bring her on. I'm not used to bringing on guests, and neither is she, so bear with us. I'm going to have to put, I wonder if I can still, I can. There we go. I can't see your video.
Let me see here. Just give me a second. Let me see this. It's giving me some troubles here, Johanna. It says that I need to have some live. Well, this is weird.
Hold on a second. Maybe I can fix it on my end. Turn on camera. Does not have access to join video. Doesn't have access to join with video. I don't understand what that means.
I don't know either. I've never encountered this before.
Well, you've never been on a. You can't go live on your own, can you?
No, I can't.
I wonder if that's why. It shouldn't be, though.
That's weird.
Hold on, let me see if I can Google it. camera permissions. When a guest accepts a live invitation, TikTok checks their camera and mic permissions. If their permissions are not correct, the guest will not be able to connect to the live.
Let me check my...
To participate in a TikTok live, a guest must be at least 16 and have at least 1,000 followers. How many followers do you have right now?
I have around 650, I guess.
All right, so we have a ways to go. Well, we can do it with audio only. Do you need to see the person?
Sure.
I mean, we got to work with what we got, right?
Yeah. We're going to focus on the energy work, so.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys aren't going to be, well, you can see a picture of her from her profile, but you know, you guys, you're not going to be able to see her live on the video. But the energy architect, her name is Salime Osman, and she is, that's right. She is a private mentor student who has a beautiful healing modality that I'm going to let her talk about here in just a moment. Yesterday, I talked a little bit about you, Salime, and I was talking about how I did my 40-day hard reset, and I had said that you were one of the people that also did the 40-day hard reset of resetting your beliefs. And people wanted to hear, yesterday people were like wanting to know if you were going to talk about that. And so would you mind just talking about your experience with going through private mentorship with the 40-day hard reset I know we did a whole podcast on it, but we want to get the crowd kind of built up anyway. So do you mind talking about that for a moment?
Sure, I'd love that. To begin with, that was the most challenging commitment I've ever done in my life, because it requires you to fully commit to yourself. And it has been a mind-blowing experience for me. Like literally, I have been working with really deep core wounds, core beliefs, if you will, to rewire them, and everything basically that was not in alignment with the beliefs we were trying to anchor in the new belief system, everything was coming up into the surface in the physical reality, right? To be alchemized, basically. So during this 40-day, I felt like the halfway mark, if you will, was so much about experiencing minor and bigger death and rebirths of the versions of myself that no longer could follow along the journey, basically, and the belief systems that were ready to be restructured. After that halfway mark, I could start to feel a tremendous amount of shift in my energy field. I could experience tremendous amount of shift within my nervous system, within how my body responded, and from coming from a space of trauma and reactive nervous system to almost like respond in a centered way. Here's the thing, whenever the triggers would show up for me at the beginning, I could literally feel the triggers in a very, very active, coming from an active space.
Yeah.
The more I went into this process, I could also clearly notice how whenever I get triggered, it didn't throw me out of balance. It created such a certainty and a level of trust within myself, knowing that when I ended up this 40 days, I could feel like I was a complete reborn, literally in the way of how my body was feeling.
Yeah.
That was the biggest change for me. I could feel such a big amount of shift within my body, and how it responded, basically.
So what was one of the beliefs that you reprogrammed that was probably the most profound for you? Like what did you believe before versus what you believe now? Just to give people an idea of what you shifted.
Absolutely. The biggest and the belief was being able to trust my own capability, to be able to trust myself no matter what, to be able to trust that I can handle whatever that shows up within my reality because I don't have to react in it. And I can trust my ability in that. Also, another big one was the safety part for me. And to feel that I have that certainty, that safety within myself, that no matter what shows up in the reality, I am my own safety net. I am my own certainty. Those words.
And that shifted so much that you cut off all your safety nets.
I know. The funny part is almost like I can't remember, but it was almost straight away after the experience ended. I was asked if I wanted to go back to this old architecting firm that I previously worked on. And it was a pretty good offer, I must admit. But the difference here was that my intuition this time, it was so loud and clear that no, we're not going this way. And for me, it was to honor that intuition, go all in. So I cut off all of the safety nets. And I was like, I'm gonna do this anyways. I trust myself. So yeah, it has been such a remarkable journey, Johanna.
That's amazing.
I can't, if someone's on the fence to try it out, not even try it out, to feel called, because here's the thing, I was on the fence where I was like, I was so tired of my own bullshit running on the undercurrent, despite all of the work that I've been doing for years, that still was running, that still kept me stuck. So I was like, no, I'm done with this. So that was, I guess, the major turning point for me to take that action.
I love that. I'm trying to pin this. I don't know why. Corey, do you see my comment that says follow me and my guest? Comment your name and tap the screen to be considered for energy realignment. Is there a way you can try to pin that or write something similar and pin it since you're a moderator? But yeah, that was the biggest thing for me too, is when I did my own hard reset. And there is a soft version of this that you don't have to go through private mentorship. That is the recalibration experience. It is something that you can enroll in. It is what we call a soft reset. But when I did my hard reset, I had no plans of ever offering this to anybody else. I did it because I was sick of my own bullshit too. And I was sick of the same fear and lack stories coming up in my life, holding me back. I was tired of being broke. I was tired of not having consistent income in my life, and just feeling safe inside of myself on a continuous basis. And so when I saw the results of my own, I also knew that the only way I would ever do a hard reset with somebody else is if they had private mentorship, because you need a high level of support, because you will go through an ego death. It is a guarantee. And it is pretty gnarly when it happens. And I don't say that to scare you. I say that because that's what you want. You want to let that old, outdated, programmed version of yourself go so that you can be the limitless, powerful version that you are. Because Salime is so good in what she does, but she was holding back on putting herself out there and sharing her gift. And that's just a travesty to us all. And she needed to really feel that confidence and safety and security within her to take that leap and go to that next level. And this is what helped her do that.
Absolutely. I can agree on everything that you're saying there, because here's the thing. It's funny because we're talking about energy, but everything, like all of those undercurrents, they are basically ingrown energy systems, energy patterns. And And as well, Johanna, as being a healer and working with energy, like it doesn't matter how much you work on your energy, but if that rewiring, if that undercurrent belief pattern is still active and running, it doesn't matter how much energy work we do, right?
It is. It's absolutely true, because your mind sends out the signal, so you can say all day long and do the affirmations all day long. But if you firmly don't believe it, this is what's calling. Like, this sends out the signal, the energy pulls, that manifestation towards you. So if you really don't believe, and you really don't have faith, and you really, don't feel like you're worthy, or whatever the story is for you, that's what you're going to magnetize to you, no matter how much you try to tell yourself otherwise. And so you really have to reprogram your nervous system. You really have to work on the energetic beliefs that were within you, and that's why it's so powerful.
Absolutely.
So in order to be considered today, Salime is going to be working with the Syrians. If you don't know who the Syrians are, you can let us know. But if you'd like to be considered, she is going to be doing a few energetic architectural realignments for anybody who has blocks or anything coming up. She's going to be the one. Can you see the comments, Salime?
I can only see Corey's comments.
Okay, you can't see any other comments?
I see some of them. I see, actually. Yeah, some of them I can see.
Okay. So in order to be considered, she's going to pick a few. I want you to make sure that you have to make sure you're following me, and you have to make sure you're following Salime. It's important that we follow her. We want to get her up to 1,000 followers so that she can start going live and doing these on her own live stream too. So if you want to be considered for one of her sessions, please follow her. She is the energy architect. She is commented it in here. If you're having a trouble following her, please let us know so we can figure out how to do that if we need to tag her account or something. You also will need to type your full name into the comments so that we know you want to be someone who is considered. And of course, double tap that screen, help us get this live stream out. And if we're able to, we might even think about, I can't follow and watch. You should be able to follow and come back in. Let me see if I can tag her account. We're trying to figure this out. Same with you guys. So let's see. It's not letting me tag your account. Click her profile on the left. Okay, so Corey's going to walk us through on how to do this.
That's great. Thank you, Corey.
We're so grateful for Corey. Yeah, okay. So if you guys click her profile, you shouldn't have to leave. When you click on her image, it'll say the Energy Architect. If you click on it, you should just be able to hit the plus sign and follow her. So you'll need to make sure that you follow her. You'll have to make sure you're following me, and then you'll need to comment your first and last name, letting us know that you are wanting to be considered. We're going to wait until we hit a certain number of people on the live stream. So if you put your name, don't think we're ignoring you. You will be considered. We will sit with the energy of you. Salime, are you able to, I know this is going to sound weird, but do you have another device where you can open and turn the volume off to watch the live stream so you can see who's following you?
Right. I absolutely. I can log in from my computer.
Yeah, if you can do that, just turn the volume off, and then that way you can see who's following you, so we can make sure that we're supporting you the proper way.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So then just to recap, we're going to wait until we hit, if you guys can just double tap that screen, help us get this live stream out. We want to try to get at least 15 people on, and I will start writing down people's names. So you got to make sure you're following me and you're following Salime. The numbers on your side are going up, so that tells me something, because before you didn't have any numbers on your side. So now I see there's 4. I don't know if that means that you have 4 new followers.
I don't know either what that means.
But you will be able to tell by how many followers you have. And then, so you'll need to follow both of us, comment your first and last name, and just be double tapping that screen, and we will write your names down. And Salime will be the one who picks. I'm going to have her talk about the Syrians and maybe see if there's a group message that wants to come through while we're waiting for people to come on live.
I can already feel the clearing. Like
Yeah.
I'm like clearing my throat.
Yeah. Well, because anybody who's on is going to receive from this regardless, because that's how this energy works. This is how when the Syrians step forward, they always like to work with collectives. So everybody's going to receive some type of energy. You're probably already receiving the energy just by being here. But if you want to have a personal realignment done, that's how you'll get it. So I have Carla. I'm just going to start writing down names.
Yeah.
And then we can.
Do you want me to tell a bit about the Syrians?
Yeah. Did you able to log into another account?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am logged on.
Okay. That way we can make sure that people are following you. Okay. So I have 3 names so far. I have Deb, I have Jennifer, and I have Carla, who have put their names in. So go ahead while we're waiting for more to come on, talk about the Syrians a little bit.
Yeah. I'm very I love to work with the Syrian collective. It's a collective that, at least when I have been working with them, it's a very activating type of energy. Also, they're a very straight on. It's very straightforward type of energy where. How can I explain this in a more...
Do you know what dimension of the Syrians that you're channeling?
I'm channeling the 12th dimensional.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And also I have been more or less from the get-go, I guess, Johanna, I remember from our DNA work, the Syrians has been on and off. So I have been working with them quite a lot. Both with my own energy healing and practicing the energy on clients. So I'm very familiar with their energy.
Yeah.
They are very expansive type of high technology type of energy also. So we are working a lot with grid line systems also together. What can I say more about them? It's very high frequency. That's the least. And here's the interesting thing: as I was sitting and making an intention for this energy work together with you, it was very interesting as they stepped forward and said that they wanted to assist. So it makes sense because we're gonna do a lot of healing, a lot of clearing, and also here's the thing: I'm gonna, with this energetic architecture realignment, we are working with realigning stuck and stagnant energies within the muscles, within the organs, within the body. That has oftentimes, it depends on for how long these energies have been stuck within the body, right? Because for some, it has been stuck for so long that it has been started to create some kind of disease. So it's very straight on clearing energies within the body, basically. So it's very those times that I have been working on myself, it's funny because you asked me, Johanna, you were like, have you started to use this? And I wasn't even aware that I was doing it. I was doing it subconsciously. So here's the thing. Whenever we do this type of work, it's very powerful actually, because you can notice the shifts quite easily. So it's very straightforward with the clear. Yeah.
Let me just. Corey, is there any way you can try to pin your comment about following me and Salime? Will it let you pin? I'm having trouble letting something is not pinning. I don't know how. I'm not used to going live with this. Stacy, I did write your name down. With the Syrians, do you want, I feel like I'm trying to talk, but I'm tapping into the same collective that you are. It won't let you. Okay. I feel like right now when we scheduled this is what happens when I start to channel is I go all over the place because I'm receiving information and trying to talk at the same time with my ego, and it's not working. When we scheduled this live, I had forgotten that today was the full moon eclipse in Pisces, and Pisces is one of the most intuitive energies there is. It's the most sensitive. It's water sign. It's penetrating. It's deep. It's subconscious. So I don't feel like this is at all by accident. I feel like today is just a perfect day for this, and so I feel like this was very intentional what the Syrians were doing, but with them, they really like to work with clearing fear, a lot of fear being cleared. And I also feel like just helping to, I almost feel like helping to clear a lot of the illusion or confusion that a lot of people might be in with this Neptunian energy. And so I was wondering if we want to start with doing maybe a collective clearing, and then we can start working with individuals.
Sure, I would love that.
Okay, perfect. Do you want to let us kind of know how you're going to be doing that, like how it works a little bit?
Sure. If we're going to start with the collective.
Yes.
So let me just start to, even though I'm tuned in, but I just want to gather along my energy and tune in.
And for everybody who's on the live stream, whether you are participating and wanting to get your own realignment while you're on the live stream, set your intention, because if she's going to do a collective clearing, set your intention of what it is that you want to have cleared from your field.
And also, I just also want to just say beforehand, because not everyone, as I'm doing this more and more, as a healer, I'm also an energy transmuter, right? So I transmute energy through yawning, I convulge, and different type of, I can cough, and all of those are simply just me clearing and releasing, transmuting energy around you guys.
And she will probably speak the language of light. Does anybody not know what the language of light is? I'm going to ask and see where we are with people. If you don't know what the language of light is, please let us know, and we will talk about the language of light. Okay. The language of light is a language that sounds like gibberish, but it speaks directly to the heart. It bypasses the logical mind. It is comprised of sacred geometry, of light, of cosmic information, and of frequency. And so I myself, and I know Salime does too, I speak a ridiculous number of dialects, and dialects mean that each race of being, and even going further than that, every collective within that race of beings has their own dialect. We each personally have our own dialect. Mine is very ancient, and I don't speak it publicly because it's just for me. But if I'm channeling the Pleiadians or the Arcturians or the Syrians or the Mantis Collective or the Ancients, they all sound a little bit different. And depending on the collective within that race of beings, it will sound a little bit different. You can even get people like Kuan Yin. When I do language of light through Kuan Yin, it's very slow, it's very motherly, it's very gentle. So it's very dependent upon the frequency of the collective of beings that we're bringing through. And the reason why the language of light is so powerful is because, again, the ego mind does not understand it. So I don't know how Salime is going to be channeling it, but when I channel it, I get the guides give me an idea of what we're saying. So I'll give a synopsis in an English version, but the ego mind doesn't understand it. So it speaks directly to your energy field. It speaks directly to your heart, and it can have a very dramatic shift in a very short amount of time. So it's like, think about us dropping a zip drive inside of you. We say 2 sentences and it unlocks like paragraphs and paragraphs of code inside of you that helps to clear and release or align and activate. So the language of light is very powerful, but it can sound like gibberish. In Catholicism, it's known as speaking in tongues. So if you're Catholic or you used to be Catholic, you'll recognize it as speaking in tongues. But that is what the language of light is.
Yeah. And I also channel many dialects. And have you also noticed, Johanna, some periods they are with some type of dialect that is more used than others, and some periods I at least have felt like I'm drawn to different type of dialects depending on what type of collective that has been channeled.
Yes, and sometimes there's multiple. So like in my collective, my personal team that I channel most of the time, it isn't just the Pleiadians. It's a mix of Andromedans, Arcturians, Pleiadians. There's different beings that show up within that. There can be different angelic energies that show up in that. So when I'm speaking a language of light, I can shift dialects, because what happens is I channel as a one collective consciousness, and that's how most people do. You're channeling different beings, different guides all at one time. But when one energy needs to step forward outside of that one collective, that's when the dialect can shift. And that means that there's something in particular that needs to be brought through from that one certain energy. Like they're saying, let me step forward and be the lead. So it's not like the whole collective isn't there still. It is. It's just that one energy takes the lead and speaks for the collective. And so you can often see or feel or hear a dialect change when someone's speaking because of that happening.
Right.
And you can also see the language of light in what's called glyphs or sigils. And Salime does those too. And so people will write glyphs, hieroglyphs, or sigils, and you look at the image, and that image is going to do the same thing as if someone was speaking to you. It's just another form. It's more visual in nature than it is audio. So that's a little bit about the language of light. I wanted to bring that up because I don't generally do the language of light when I'm live on here. I do more traditional readings, and so I want people to know what they're getting into.
Perfect.
So whenever you're ready, you can dive into doing a collective clearing and realignment, and then we'll go from there.
Sure, I'd love that. Just give me a second.
While she's doing that, if you guys can all take a deep breath and just get yourself in a comfortable position.
Okay, we want to channel here. As I am connecting to the collective field here within this group, I feel major energies around my belly, running up towards my solar plexus. So it's very much around our lower body, if you will. The way we're going to do it, I feel like the Syrians are already coming in. They're already ready to start pairing. But what I wanted to just say that as I'm channeling the light language, they're giving me some nudges sometimes, words that I'm gonna say so that the human mind can follow along, the ego mind can follow along.
Perfect.
Tianera kenarayate enarayaka una tiane kenarayanaka una terranayaka narayana asa una tianera karayate. Utu una terayanara, we're clearing blockages. Ora tenarayake ena terayanara karaya senarayana rayana karaya ute nayaka anaraya asete ke enarayate inate usunara karaya asete. Uku una tia nerra na ya kai ne What's experience transforming, alchemizing fear? A lot of fear dance-based energies that are transmitted. Utturrana ya karana ya rana ya kara ya piina ya kara uti tiki ina ya kara ya asi tiki ina ya ka ura te ina kara ya asi tiki ina ya kara uti Utianera kerraina ja karjara asitiki inna ja karja inna karja karjara asitiki inna ja ka una kerrana ja karjara usitiki rakkiina ja They're saying to me that we're going to work with the column of light, meaning back of the spine. We're clearing, we're expanding. Take a deep breath with me. Good. Release. Take another deep breath with me. Hold. And release. Tekea nera kanaraya te enaraya ka una te raya nara karaya te enaraya naka ura te enaraya karaya usi te naraya kara aneraya kara ra e tanaya karaya. Imagine a golden frequency light running through your column right at this moment in time. Shuna tierra naya karaya te enaraya kara ute naya ka una te enara karaya ase te enara. Ushu una teraya na kara use una raya te ena ute anera kana raya ra asi ushu una teraya na ka una raya ra asi te ena raya ra you're moving down into the hips ushu ute ena raya kana raya te ena raya ka ute na ya ka una teraya na ra kara asi te ena raya te ra We're going to clear some heavy blockages around the hips. We'll see. Una kena rayate era na karayate ena rayara afete ke ena rayate ena rayate eshu una karayanara afete ke ena yanara ka una tera yakara afete. A deep breath with me. Hold it and release. Takia nera kanaraya te enatea nera kanaraya ase te ke enaraya ka ute. We're doing a hip realignment. There are showing me this imbalances around the hip area that we're realigning and reconstructing right now. Utea nera kenaraya tera ate naya ka unatea nera karaya te enaraya ara ase te ke enaraya nera ate naka unatea nera karaya te inaraya nara ase te ke enaraya kara ase te ke te ute naya kara ase te unaraya kanaraya ase te, balancing the polarities between the oh my god, there is so much releasing and they're channeling. We're balancing the feminine and the masculine polarities within the body. Ore nera kara ase te ke e narea nara ase ke e narea nara kara ute narea ate ete ushu un narea nara kara ate na yaka una te nera kara ya use te eta ate ete. They're almost showing me like there's this blanket lifting and clearing over them. They're showing me this collective within the circle as sitting around in a circle where we're removing almost like a blanket of energy around you, uplifting, upgrading, and shifting your frequency vibration. And doing a general energy clearing. Declaring, releasing, transmuting, transforming, alchemizing. They're showing me these beautiful golden glyphs that are being planted into your column of life. Almost like rain driplets. Now let's ground this energy by taking 3 deep belly breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing in.
Oh, I could feel that. Are you there?
I still feel like I'm releasing, but
They're used to me releasing because I do it all the time. But I want to say something because I didn't mention this before. Part of the language of light is sound, which is toning. And so if you heard the frequency, the sound go in and out, whenever we tone, the pitch gets so high and is held for so long that it blows out any microphone. So it's not her sound, it literally will blow out any microphone. And so it cuts it out, but the frequency is still coming through, even if you don't audibly hear it. But it's called toning, and it's something that's very powerful. And anybody can do that. Anybody can stand in the shower or in their car and just make very loud noises from their belly, and it will literally clear and move so much energy within you. That was beautiful. When you were talking, I could feel a lot shifting in the collective energy in the root and in the crown. And for those that don't know, the upper three chakras are a mirror of the lower three chakras. So if you're in doubt in your root, you won't know in your crown, right? If you're not feeling in your sacral, you're not seeing in your third eye. If you're not feeling in your solar plexus from an empowered place, or whatever you're feeling from, empowered or disempowered, acceptance or resistant, that will change your words and actions. So I could feel it in my root and in my crown, and I could feel it in my hips as you were talking about it. So, and as the more you transmuted, the faster I spun, which was kind of like us working together to kind of hold that energy. Okay, so when we go, we're going to start going into people. We can do this a couple of ways. We can try to bring them on audio so that we're not waiting for any type of delay in their comments, because I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, so please correct me if I'm wrong, that you're going to kind of tap into what they need to clear in their body, like what's showing up for them.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so would it be better to try to bring them on the live with us?
I'd love that.
Okay. Okay, so just to recap, if you guys want to be considered to have your own personal energy realignment, make sure that you have followed both myself, which most of you are already following me, but if you're not following me, but more importantly, Salime, the energy architect, you can just click on her picture and then click on her name and follow, and that you put your full name in the comments. And I'm going to start, I have one more name so far to write down, I think. Hey, Tippy Tap's in the house. I have Kathy. Kathy is here. Let me write her name down. So that's how you are considered. My belly calmed down and stopped hurting and feels relieved from bloat and heaviness, Stacy says after that.
Beautiful.
Which is awesome. Perfect. Okay, so we got Megan. So just make sure you guys are following Salime. That's the most important piece. I appreciate that. Oh, I can. It is. So every time they like you, I see your number goes up. So that's cool. Okay, that makes me feel better. Okay, so I'm going to list off some names, Salime, and we'll just stop after each one. And then after the end, you can kind of tell me who. Debbie says she feels relaxed. You can tell me who you're drawn to. And then we will try to bring you guys on at least audio. But if you want to be on video, that's cool too. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so here we go. First name is Carla Rivas.
Yeah.
We have Jennifer Silva.
Yeah.
We have Deb, I think it's Deb Merchant. We have Stacy Johnson. We have Kathy Cooksey. She's just tuning into the names to see who she's called to. Megan Clark. And Jennifer Gambitz. Or Gambaro. Gambaro, sorry, I had that wrong. Jennifer Gambaro. So who do you feel called to?
Okay, I can say that to begin with, I feel very, very called to Jennifer Silva.
Okay.
Her name popped out.
Jennifer Silva, are you here? And are you okay coming on the live stream, even if it's audio only? That way we can communicate with you a lot easier. No, tippy tap, no fee. All you have to do is follow the energy architect. You're already following me, and put your name, your full name in the comments, and we'll add you to the list to be considered for an energy realignment. Hi, Rochelle. Jennifer Silva, are you in the house, my love? I hope she's still here since you were called to her.
Yeah.
Corey, is there any way you can tag her? I'll just give her a minute. Sometimes there's a delay.
Yeah.
All right. Happily, I wrote your name down, love. Jennifer Silva. She was on earlier. I don't know if she's still here, but she was one of the first. She was actually the second name I wrote down. So she might not be here anymore, but I wanted to see if I could get her. Oh, she's here. Okay. Are you okay, Jennifer, coming on live, even if it's just audio? Let me see if I can connect to her. I'm going to try to bring her on right now. Oh, okay. I see. Let me see. There she is. She's coming.
Yay, beautiful.
Hi. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi.
Okay, Salime, I'm gonna be quiet on my end. If you want to take the lead and start tapping into her or do whatever you need to do.
Hey, Jennifer, so happy that you still were here live.
Yeah, I was getting ready for work.
Let me see here. So I'm just going to start to tap into your energy field, Jennifer.
Okay.
And I'm also going to be specifically guided to what parts within your body to work and clear as I am being guided.
Okay. I know how it works.
I feel like, Jennifer, I'm going to ask you, do you feel heavier on the left side than the right side? I don't know which way to say it in other ways, but because that's what I feel like I'm tipping over towards the left side more than the right side. Do you experience something like that? Some kind of, I feel like there is.
I do have a headache on the left side today.
Because I feel like there is definitely a imbalance between your left and your right side, because I feel like I'm tipping over towards the left side. I'm gonna dive into that and see what that gives us further. Utuyanera kenara yakara ute na yaka unate yanera karayanara asete ke enara yakara ute nara yakara ete na yakara useke enara yate eta ta na yakara asete ke enara yara eta. We're opening up your left soul. Yanara asete ke enara yaka unate karayanara asete nara kera ate te. They're showing me your spine, Jennifer. Did you have something? Have you had an experience of something with your back, like an injury or something?
Yes, I do have severe pain in the lower back, especially when sleeping.
Beautiful, because they're showing me one of your vertebrae that we're gonna work with.
Okay.
They're showing me that vertebrae is creating some kind of misalignment and imbalance. There's almost like they're showing me Tunarayaka narayate enarayaka useteke enarayate itanayakara useteke enaya tenarayase ke enarayase. That's yours fine.
Salime. Salime. Can I tap in, because I'm hearing clairaudiently that she has the crown of thorns. Can you tap in? Can you feel that? Because if you can that would relieve her head pressure and any like chronic headaches. Would you be able to tap in and remove the crown of thorns?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm tapping into Archangel Metatron. I feel like he's also here around us. They're showing me like when I'm tapping into your crown of thorns, Jennifer, they're showing me like it's almost like you can imagine it as having a wire almost like around, like metal net almost around your head. And they're showing me like literally half of it is more like the left side, it's more in sticking in than the right side. So we're gonna remove that. Toku una tera na kayanara asitiki enara yaka una te na yaka una te enara karaya asitiki enara yate ina. Otuya nera ke enara yaka ute na yaka una te enara kara asitiki enara. Toku una te enara kara ate na yaka una te enara ka utu na ka anara ya asitiki enara yase.
beautiful for me.
And just so you know what the crown of thorns is it's an unnatural implant that scrambles your energetic circuits and can block a lot of higher self communication. And it is something that is known to create chronic headaches or where you feel disconnected or blocked from yourself. And in removing it, not every time, but sometimes you can almost get a metallic taste in your mouth. So I just wanted to clarify, this is when I was talking about DNA activation and restructuring, which is something that I certified Salime in, this is a part of it where we have been programmed with natural implants, and so I could feel it on your head, and I know she was tapped into other things, and I just, because we're tapped into the same collective right now, I wanted to make sure that we cleared that while we could.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful.
I'm in with her as well, so I get it. Yes.
I have a clearing in your neck, Jennifer, that comes through for me.
I was just rotating it.
Sorry?
I was just rotating it, yes.
Yes, I can feel something in your neck.
Crunchies.
Almost like, they're showing me almost like, you know, when you're squeezing the vertebrae towards each other, both up from the above and the below, almost like squeezing it together. There is a release that we're gonna work with.
Okay.
Takeya nera kanarea te enarea ka ute naya ka una te nera kara ase te ki enarea te e te naya kara ase te ki nera. They're streaming in green. There are different light frequencies here. Green, gold, yellow, bluish light frequency technology that assists us, that runs through your spine right now, through your neck, into your column of light. O tuya nera kea nera kara ase te ke e nara ya te e na ya ka ona te ya nera kara ase te ke e na ya te e ta na ya kara o se te ke. I feel like that with the neck and the lower back is connected with each other.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do physical work as well.
Yeah, they showed me actually you bending your back a lot.
Yeah.
Like forward bends.
Yes.
Yeah.
She picks me off the floor a lot. And I'm transitioning from the job I did while I was supporting my children on my own to my light work business. But there's a few people I still help out.
Right.
That's why we had to remove the crown of thorns right there, because she's going to be doing more of this with the light work. That's why that came through so strong.
Yeah, I had a long-term relationship, the third one in my life, that was not in alignment for me and caused a lot of disruption in the family and in my soul. So I needed to get that bit cleared so I can move forward with the abundance that's coming.
That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the major clearing that we needed to do is done, Jennifer.
Yeah.
The most part that I've received here through this clearing is that they want me to just summarize what we have done, and it has been balancing. They are saying hemispheres, almost like balancing the left and the right side. And it makes a lot of sense that we also cleared the crown of thorns. And I can already see, I can sense the shift within my within the energy field, as I'm still in your energy field. I can feel the shift in my spine and in my neck, as when I started to tap into your energy field, it felt way much tenser, so to say.
Did you feel anything while she was working on you, Jennifer?
Yeah, I was tuning in a lot to the words and the clearing hums and pitches, and my head is already feeling better. So is the lower back. There's some tingles remaining. I can still feel the green, yellow, blue, white light flushing my system, going out my feet, back into the earth. And I felt like a whoosh when she was doing a really high-pitched part, like back down to the center of the earth, back to the core for grounding.
Perfect. So if you can drink some lemon water today, that would be really beneficial. Anytime, if you can get outside at all, anything to really help just ground it even more into the physical body. And then, and I'm sure you already know, just intuitively listen to yourself over the next 72 hours and what your body may need, because there's going to be a physical release from the energetic release.
Yeah, and the sky just decided to open up its rainstorm, as you were saying all that. It's been billowing this morning. Yes, I do have the lemon water on hand going, and some good energy, healthy protein drink and light vitamin drink. So
Perfect.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Yay. All right. Thank you so much for being our first one. I appreciate your willingness to participate.
No problem. I appreciate you
Thank
guys.
you so much, Jennifer.
Thank you. Have a lovely eclipse day. Harvest moon.
Yes.
Blessings.
Blessings. Okay. All right. Perfect. Okay. So let's do you want to take some deep breaths or do whatever you need to do? I'm going to give you another list of names, and you can choose who you want to do next.
Sure.
That was so much more in depth than I thought you were going to do. Like that was a pretty big clearing.
Here's the thing, when we do an intention and when the channeling starts, it becomes something else.
Yeah, like you just have to go. You have to do.
Out of the way.
Yeah, you can't stop it. You're like, this is they bring through exactly what they need. Okay, so we're gonna go from bottom up this time. We have Wendy Chavez. We have Tapley Benton. We have Jennifer Gambaro. We have Megan Clark. We have Kathy Cooksey, Stacy Johnson, Deb Merchant, and Carla Rivas. Who are you?
This is funny. Have you said Jim Jackson?
No. Are you hearing that name?
Yeah, I'm hearing that was really weird.
I mean, people will watch and not show up and put their names in, so who knows? But no, we don't have one of those.
Okay. Let me see here.
I can go through them again too if you want.
Yeah, can you do that, please? I don't know why I hear Jim Jackson.
Oh, you're very welcome, Jennifer. Okay, so we have Carla Rivas.
Yeah.
We have Deb Merchant.
Yeah.
Stacy Johnson.
Yeah.
Kathy Cooksey.
Yeah.
Megan Clark.
Yeah.
Jennifer Gambaro, Tapley Benton, and Wendy Chavez.
I'm guided. I'm guided. I'm hearing Stacy.
Stacy Johnson?
Yeah.
Stacy Johnson, are you in the house? And if you are here, let me know. Okay, are you okay coming on live?
Yay! Beautiful.
Okay. Let's try to bring her on. Hello, Stacy.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Well, we can hear you perfectly. Hey, Stacy.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna
I have to tell you that I absolutely knew you were calling my name next. I felt it.
Beautiful.
I'm not kidding you. I have chills because I said to myself, she's calling me next.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, I want to cry.
That's why I love this type of work.
Yes.
Beautiful. Let me just connect to your field, Stacy. Stacy, I'm guided to ask you, have you recently been grounding yourself?
Yes. Very much so.
Beautiful, because I can feel a really balanced energy.
Yes, ma'am.
They're showing me clearly there is pressure points within your hands that we're gonna work with. Almost like they're showing me this image of, this is really interesting, hospital gloves. They're showing me hospital gloves, almost like when you enter, when you pour water into them and the fingers of these gloves just get swollen. They're showing me that there is some kind of swollenness within your hands. Are you experiencing something like that within your hands? Not maybe swollen, but extra pulse, extra blood rush?
I have rheumatoid arthritis and carpal tunnel in my hands.
Wow, beautiful. That's so they are diving me straight into the clearing, but I just want to say that we're gonna start by clearing some of energy in your hands, and let's see where they will guide me forward later. Teanera kanarea te enarea ka utenaya ka una teanera kara asete ke enarea te etenaya ka. We're opening up your fingertips. Eshu una teanera kara atenaya ka una teanera kera asete ke enaya ka una teanera kara asete ke. Una teanera ka utenaya ka una teanera kara te enarea kara utenaya ka usu uyanera kera etenaya ka utenaya kara asete ke enaya ka utenaya te enaya te esaka utenaya ka usete. Ushu na almost feel like there is water running from your fingers right now. Ushuya te narayaka use te nayaka, almost like sweating. Utu narayaka e narayara asete. That's normal. There is a clearing and releasing in your hands. Ushuya na te rayate ke e narayaka ute nayaka unarayate e ta nayakara asete ke e naraya. Are you having? They're showing me that there is something with your nails. Are they fragile, Jennifer? Sorry, Stacy.
Um,
Are you
no,
experiencing?
I type for a living.
Sorry?
I type every
Okay.
day, all day.
Okay, they're showing me. Let me tap into what they want to guide me. O tu narayakara asete ke e narayate e te nayaka ute nayakara asete ke e nayate e te nayaka usu tu unarayate e te ke e se e narayaka ute. We're healing your hands, Jennifer, with fresh soil from the earth. There are being almost like anchored, put into your hands, fresh earth, soil that will, for the couple of, they're showing me 7 days, so there are going to be some, you might experience some kind of sensations within your hands for these coming 7 days due to this release, due to this realignment. Nothing to worry about. They're also saying they want you to drink a lot of water to flush out old, to assist in the flushing out the old debris, the old energies from your body, from your hands, to drink a lot of water to assist in that. You might also feel the need to go to the toilet more frequently, more often, and that's okay. That's also, they're saying, a part of the release. It's normal. Also, they're guiding me that you might feel the need for salt. They're almost showing me this saltiness. And Himalayan salt can also assist in rebalancing and the electrolytes within the body, as there is being a major clearing that can also aid in losses of vitamins and minerals from the body, right? So it's important, they're saying, that you aid your body, your system, with good quality sea salt. Beautiful. I feel complete.
Thank you.
I just want to add into that. You know, arthritis in general usually comes from an imbalance or a troublesome root chakra. And so when we understand that comes from our own strength and security and stability. And so just being able to support yourself and being able to do things that are beneficial to you and your body and supporting your body are going to be beneficial. As a medical medium, I was also picking up on you taking silica, so you can actually drink food grade diatomaceous earth. There's probably 1,000,001 videos on TikTok about how to do that if you want to, or YouTube if you want to look into that. But drinking, starting your day with drinking some diatomaceous earth and allowing the silica to reinforce your structure is going to be something that will be beneficial. And also, you have a lot of energy that comes through your hands, which is probably like when you're typing, when you're doing anything with your hands, there's a lot of energy that comes through your hands. And that's because you have the gift of healing. So your hands are the thing that is healing, and that's where your energy flows out of the most. And so when you're doing anything with your hands, there's going to be a lot of energy that's flowing through there. So you want to make sure that you're doing things that truly support your energy flow in general, if that makes any kind of sense.
It makes a ton of sense. Thank you. And thank you for picking up on that. You are 100% correct. I love to heal people.
And hands-on healers, like anybody that has a very physical aspect of their healing, our bodies take a hit always. And so it doesn't matter what we're doing. We could, it could be general housework, but it's where our energy flows the most. And so our body takes the hit. And so just increasing your minerals, the silica, like they said, like the diatomaceous earth, those types of things. Even putting castor oil every night, rubbing castor oil into your hands is going to be something that would be beneficial as well. So those little things will be physically supportive of the energy work that Salime just did.
Thank you. I can feel the tingling in my fingertips on every single level.
Oh, beautiful.
Like you fell asleep. Thank you so much.
That's it. You're very welcome. Salime, do you need to add anything else?
I could definitely feel like this, that you're talking about this, oil. You were talking about oil.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have had, as I am running a lot of energy through my hands, I've also, I'm using, for me, cedarwood essential oil works wonders when I feel energy around my hands, that I feel like calming them down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can definitely relate to that. Thank you so much, Stacy, for your willingness to jump on. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and let Stacy go. Somebody said on here that they could feel it too. And you guys, whenever we're doing, whenever Salime is doing any type of energy work, it's something that lives inside of you too. If there's something that she's clearing that will benefit you, you will receive it just by proxy of being on the live stream. So even if you don't get selected, it is beneficial to show up and be here. And we are going to do more of these. It's up to you, Salime. We could probably do one more today, and we have a plan to come back on tomorrow as long as her energy is up for it. But we don't want to do too many at a time and drain her. But if you're up for one more, we can do one more.
Yeah, I'm up for one more.
Okay. And yes, castor oil in the belly button is also good. You guys, all our nerves meet at the belly button. And so castor oil is one of the most healing oils. So you can use castor oil with essential oil. It'll drive it deeper into It's the most penetrating oil there is. So, I'm not doing any of the healing work today. That's all Salime, but I am still tapped and tuned in. And if I have anything to add, I will add it, because we're coming from different angles. She's doing one thing, I'm tuning into another.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay. So, I have the list of names. If you want to be considered, now's your last chance to put your name on the pot. You need to make sure that you're following Salime, which is the energy architect. So make sure you give her a follow and that you put your full name in the comments. I'm just going to give it a second, and then I will read the list. They are not paid, Shannon. They are free today. We will, castor oil is also grounding and protective oil. Yes, absolutely. We are doing, Salime is one of my private mentor students, and we are just getting her out there and getting her beautiful work out there. Okay. It is not a reading. It is an energy realignment. So all you have to do is follow her and then put your full name in the comments. Okay, I'm going to start reading off names, and then you can tell me. Shannon, what's your last name? I can't remember. I talked to Tina Hartman, that's what it is. I knew it was something like that. Okay. All right, here we go. So we have Carla Rivas, Deb Merchant, Kathy Cooksey, Megan Clark, Jennifer Gambaro, Tapley Benton, Wendy Chavez, and Shannon Hartman. And I can go through them all again if you need to.
Would you mind go through them again? Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna go in reverse. Shannon Hartman, Wendy Chavez, Tapley Benton, Jennifer Gambaro, Megan Clark, Kathy Cooksey, Deb Merchant, and Carla Rivas.
Did you say Wendy Chavez?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's the name coming through.
Okay. Shannon, you can do whatever you want. And you guys, again, you'll be receiving from this just as much if it's something that aligns for you. If there's anything in there that she's doing for another person, you'll be able to receive it as well. Wendy Chavez, are you in the room? Okay, I'm going to bring you on live. And you guys, we are going to be on again tomorrow at the same time today. Let me see if I can. So if you don't get on today, you can come back tomorrow. Hello, Wendy.
Hello.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and mute myself, Salime, and you're up.
Hello, Wendy.
Hi.
Let me just anchor and tap into your energy.
Okay.
Feel a lot of in the head area, and Wendy, I feel around the third eye, almost like it's pulsating. I feel energy around the jaw and the teeth. Almost like also the energy around the pineal gland, almost like pulsating towards the right eye. Let me Let me dive in. We're going to do a realignment in your ears.
Okay.
They're showing me there are some imbalances within the ears. Almost like the imbalances within the ears, they're showing they are affecting this pulsating sensations within the third eye. And they will give me more information as we go on. Takera narakara ate ki ete narakara. We're working with blue diamond light technology. We're bringing you to light. We're bringing through light into ears. Ushuna kora kera yate enare yakara asete ki enare yate e tana yakara ute ena yakara usete ki enare yate te enare yakara usete enare yate e ta yaka una te enara asete ki e ki utu unare yate e tana yakara asete na ya usu su utura nara kara ate. Have you hit your head? Ushua nara kerate e nara ate e na yasa utu unara kara ate na yaka ute na yakara ase te ki e nara ate e ta nara kara ute na yaka e nara yasa utu unara kara ate na yaka e ta ara ase te ki. We're gonna remove some energetic parasites. Ushuna terekara atena yaka utena reate enareasa atena yaka utena reakera atena yaka enareate isiki inareate estana yaka ura nakara atena yaka enara asiki inareate ita nara kara utena yaka ushu su unara yakara atena yaka ita kanara asiki inareate utu nakara asiki ita. We're looking. You're you have a very strong gift of hearing for our audience.
Yes.
We're fine tuning that gift. There are some Herkimer diamond light technology that is pouring in right now that will assist you and assist me in activating and upgrading. They're saying upgrading your audience gift.
I can feel it in my ears.
Yeah. Utianera kenarea te inarea kara utena yaka unarea nara kara asete ke enarea te era te enarea kara utena yara kara asete ke enarea te ena ya nara kara utena ra kara ate ke ete ni tine ne kara utena yara kara asete ke eta utianera kara atena yaka utta tenera kara asete ke enarea te eta ara kur anarea te enarea asete ke. You're also very clairvoyant. You can
Yes,
they're showing me that you can see.
I could see.
Yeah, we're also clearing and upgrading that fine tuning that gift as well. Utianera kara atena yaka unara kara aset kenera kera ate ke ete kerenara kara utena ka us. We're also clearing your root chakra. Ushianera kera ate te along with your sacral chakra. Ushi unara kara aset ke enara kara utena yaka utu unara kara aset ke ene kara atena yaka utu or Kunea kara asitiki e narea e ta kana ora ana ara asitiki e nea kara e. Have you had problem with ear infections?
I've been feeling like I have air in them.
Right, because they're showing us almost like infected ears, filled with wax, almost like pain and infections within the ears.
Uh-huh.
Just give me a moment. There is some channeling that wants to come through. Yeah, they're saying to me that you have a very high level of hearing and seeing, almost like you can pick up into very high frequency sounds and vibrations. You're very sensitive.
Yeah.
They want me to invite you into, as we have been clearing your energy field, they want me to invite you and remind you to keep your energy field clear, because as you are so sensitive, there are cleared a lot of energetic parasites around. You are, so they're saying you need to be mindful of clearing and keeping your house clear, almost like energy clear around. Yeah. But and I'm also sensing that some of these energetic parasites were also, they have been there for a while. I could sense that. And also that they were almost like blocking you from a level of upgrading the intuitive communication, if you will.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's
it was also aiding in the fear, because I feel what I was getting was like it was affecting what she saw and how she experienced. Like there was a level of fear coming in, because the parasites, that's what they thrive on. So they try to feed into fear, and fear of what you're going to see, fear of what you're going to hear, or hearing in a lower frequency than maybe she normally would. And that's why you were tapping into that root chakra. But everything you said, I got as well. So you did, that was very, very on point.
beautiful. Thank you. so much, Wendy. I feel like
Thank you. My ears feel like you did some work on them. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Are you complete with her?
Yeah. we
Okay,
feel-
perfect.
yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.
Yay, that was so good.
Yeah, that was amazing.
So how's your energy feeling, Salime?
I feel like I am transmuting. I'm all heated up from the inside out.
Yeah. And so this is just like with the Wendy session, this is a powerful reminder that, we're all becoming more and more sensitive, and the frequencies that are being emanated from the powers that be that are pushing out the fear is a very, very real thing. So energetic boundaries is a foundation of anybody who is on this journey, whether you are in this line of work or not. It is, if you're sensitive, energetic boundaries has to be something that you focus on. And that is knowing where your energy ends and someone else's begins, when you're picking up on something that is not yours or doesn't belong to you, when you've been noticing a shift in your energy where you're feeling fear, lack, something feels off in your field, and learning how to clear and transmute that energy, whether that means something physical is standing in the shower and setting the intention for the water to wash things through you and down the drain. If it's seeing light laying down and seeing a pillar of light moving from the crown of your head through the column of your light and out your feet. If it's literally laying in grass and just saying, I hand everything over that's not serving me to the earth, you get to decide how you want to clear and cleanse your field, but also working with your auric field and how to move it in and out, and how to turn yourself down when you're out in public or turn yourself off. It doesn't mean that you're disconnected from your spirit guides or from your higher self. What it's doing is saying, I'm not open to other people's energy. I'm not doing a trauma response and scanning other people's energy because I don't feel safe. It's you minding your own business and focusing on your own energy and not anybody else's. So energetic boundaries has a lot of components to it, but those are just a few things that you guys can kind of run with and play with and make your own and figure out. But it's really, really important. Even someone like me who has very strong energetic boundaries, I work in this field every day, even I am sensing the fear and the lack that's being pumped out into the collective. And it is very strong. And if you're not present and you're not aware of what you're feeling, you can get caught up in it, or what the guides call hypnotized by it, and get sucked back into the matrix, into those programs. So fear is not real. It's an illusion. But it's something that can live in our nervous system. It's programmed into our nervous system. And so we are the ones that have to reprogram that. And that takes time. It's not something that happens overnight, but it is your presence and your awareness of what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, and what's happening that can allow you to say, you know what? Oh, I know what this is. They're trying to hypnotize me. They're trying to pull me back in and make me believe something that's not real. And I'm not going to give that any power. I'm choosing not to, but I'm going to acknowledge that I'm sensing it. I'm just not going to give it any power. So these are just little tips that I can throw out there to help anybody that is understanding that. I feel like I have a lot of fear and have my whole life. Yeah, it's, it's something that you just have to recognize is not real. There's a difference between danger fear, which the difference, and false evidence appearing real. And again, the nervous system is what is going to take control of that. So it is very much, and Shannon, this, it's nervous system regulation. It's something that you're working through. But you can't be afraid of fear. Fear is just an energy. It can't hurt you. So the more you're afraid of it, the more it will persist, the stronger it will be. So you cannot be afraid of fear. You have to be willing to walk with fear. Anxiety is just an abundance of energy that you are taking personally. And I know that sounds very cold to say it that way, but that's what it is. Anxiety can also be labeled excitement. It feels the same way. It's just an abundance of energy. So whenever I feel anxious, I always say to myself, there's an abundance of energy here, and there's nothing actually wrong. I look around, I take some deep breaths. I'm like, there's nothing actually wrong. I'm not doing anything wrong. It's just an abundance of energy that I feel, and I take some deep breaths and I visualize that energy moving through my body. And you are sensing something. You're probably very clairsentient, and you're probably sensing something around you. You can even be feeling another loved one or being around you, and because that vibration is so strong, you mistake it for anxiety. So those are some powerful tips. Salima, is there anything that you want to add in general from the Syrians, whether it's a message or just something you you don't have to, but if you feel intuitively to add anything into today's live for the collective, or the people on live stream, I should say?
Yeah, we feel very complete. I feel also like I am. We have had questions coming up many times here regarding the collective, and they just wanted to assure that even though we worked on 3 people, that all of the group that has been here has absolutely received what they needed. So that was wanted to come forth. Yeah.
Beautiful. And so I've learned on today's live that when one of us is talking, if the other one mutes, the sound is better. And so we'll work on that tomorrow, and we'll get better on our lives. And the more people we can get to follow Salime, the more we can get her up to 1,000, she'll be able to come on video. My grandmother just passed, so that's probably why I feel that way. Yep, that's a very, very good possibility. So we'll be back tomorrow the same time. It's 2 p.m. Eastern. I think it's 8 p.m. in Sweden. Is that what it is?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And so that's what we're going to be back on tomorrow at the same time. And as long as she's filling up for it, which I'm sure she will, but we will, I'll make another event. And that way we have a little bit of a reminder. And we invite you, if you were on today, to come back tomorrow if you didn't get a chance. And you obviously, if you've already followed her, will know because we'll recognize your name. But we appreciate everybody that showed up today. And Salime is one of my private mentor students, and she is so talented. She has worked with me on and off for years. And she has a lot of good content on her page. So following her is just beneficial to you. She does activations. She does glyphs and sigils and things like that all the time. So she's really great person to follow and help. She does energy updates from time to time too. So she's just going to be someone who's going to add to your FYP. So I'm really appreciative of all of you guys showing up and helping me get her out into the world and just sharing some of the love of what she has to offer.
I'm so appreciative, Johanna. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah. Okay, you guys. Well, then we will see you guys tomorrow. And I will see you tomorrow too, Salime.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited.
Oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to start putting these live streams. I'm going to start downloading them and uploading them to my YouTube account. The playlist will be called TikTok Lives. So if anybody who got a healing today wants to go back and re-listen to it, or you want to listen to the collective one, it'll probably take me about 24 hours to get it up. But if you follow my YouTube channel, and Salime, if you have a YouTube channel, and I can always share that live stream with you as well, but or the content for you to put it up on your channel as well. But I just wanted to tell people that way you guys can go and listen to the replay.
Beautiful.
Okay, guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.